Welcome guys to episode 70. My goodness, episode 70. In this one I'll be scratch building a rifle holder for my AH-64D Apache from Takom. In the previous video we painted the interior of the canopy, and it's now time to add some scratch build detail. One of the last cockpit details. In the reference pictures you'll notice these rifle holders. Yes, Apache crews pack heat when they go into battle. And in this video I'll be scratch building a rifle holder. This is something that's missing from the kit, and I thought it would be a nice detail to add. Also, we'll be completing the canopy process that I started in the previous video. Guys, this gorgeous 35 scale kit from Takom is available on the Supernova Studio website right now. Highly recommend it, and do stick around for the end of this video because I'll be supplying a promo code that you can use to get some instant discount when you order this kit. Now this is the little M4 that I'll be adding to the interior, the cockpit. And this needs to be placed right there in the appropriate rifle holder. This is the rifle holder. Pictures supplied to me by Soldier J, my specialist on the Apache. You can see it consists of a center section with a slot cut out for optics. We also have this ring section at the top to secure the barrel in place, and finally we have this rest for the shoulder stock, and this is something I'll be scratch building, and let me show you how I did this. I started off with a piece of paper, deciding to first take some measurements of the 35 scale M4 rifle, just so I can get the size correct. And as with most things, I just sort of started planning this on paper using the size of the rifle. Now guys, you'll see there, that's a very complicated design. And the mistake I made in the beginning was to hopelessly over-engineer this thing. I first built one from paper, you can see there. Much simpler than my original design. And once I was happy with the proportions of this paper mock-up, I could unfold it and then just copy the measurements to this brass sheet. I planned to build the entire thing from brass, but eventually I settled on brass as well as some styrene sheet, using the brass only for sections that needed to be bent. You can see there's the back portion with the slot for the front sights, and this is the bracket at the rear that I used to secure this to the side of the seat. This is glued in place with some gel type super glue, and the main portion of this rifle holder is already done. You can see much simpler than my original design. There you can see the slot for the front sights, and what I also did later was just to cut away the side there for that the slot where the optics fit through. This is the metal that I used for the rear section for the shoulder stock. First marking the measurements there just so I can see where to do the necessary bending. And then I used my photo etch bender. This is something that I covered in episode 66, and I used this very handy tool just to make accurate 90-degree bends on the sides of that rest for the shoulder stock. Very easy to do. I highly recommend that you consider a tool like this if you do a lot of photo etch work. And you can also see when you're scratch building things from thin metal, this is a really handy tool to have. And you can see there the rest for the shoulder stock nicely reproduced, and this is ready to go onto the rest of that assembly. Using some gel type super glue just to glue this in place. Very easy to do, and there we go. The rest for the shoulder stock is in place. The attachment bracket is there, and the only thing that remains is to just recheck our measurements. That looks perfect, and I can now move on to the ring section at the top. Now for this, I dug into my scratch building supplies. This is some brass and copper tubes, different sizes, different scales, and I just selected one of those, that little ring that you can see there, and this is perfect for the ring section of that rifle holder. Just make sure that it's positioned in place properly, something like that. And there we go. This is our rifle holder, scratch built, very easy to do, and a great detail to add to the cockpit of the AH-64 Apache. Just going to recheck my measurements before this goes into the cockpit. That fits perfectly, and yeah, happy with this. And I can now place this inside the cockpit. This is the holder glued in place, and the fit is perfect. And the next step, of course, is to paint both the rifle as well as the rifle holder. For this, I used the Mr. Hobby primer. You can see there, painted black, and this will fit perfectly in the cockpit. So guys, this is the original reference picture that I used. You can see the holder itself is mounted towards the back of the seat, and that's just something that I double checked before gluing this in place in the cockpit. And there you go. This is our scratch built part in 35 scale, and I'm glad I could add this little detail. It's something that I wanted to do right from the beginning. Now that the cockpit is complete, I can glue the fuselage halves in place. They've been held together with masking tape in a dry fit, and I use some extra thin Tamiya styrene adhesive just to make sure that the fuselage halves are properly fixed together. I must say the fit on these fuselage halves are perfect. There's zero warpage. I used some ultra glue next, and you remember that we painted the canopy in the previous video, and it's now time to glue them onto the model. So I'm using some ultra glue from Ammo Meg. This stuff will dry completely clear. Applying this to the edge of that cockpit, and the clear part itself fits in position very easily. Great fit on this kit. You need to bend it slightly just to get it in there, but once it's fitted, it's perfect. So that's the side, and I did the same with the top. So guys, that's the result. The rifle holder has been fitted, the interior of the canopy has been painted, and I'm very happy with this result. Ready to move on. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you use the promo code LONGBOW2601, you can get a 15% discount on this gorgeous kit from Takom at the Supernova Studio. So South African modelers, do make use of this opportunity. It is the best price on this kit in South Africa, and do make use of this opportunity to add this fine kit to your stash. Guys, that's it for video 70. Thank you for joining me. As always, follow me on Instagram. I do frequent updates on my builds there, and you won't miss a single thing. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.